thank you for being here with us. There are four sort of key words that stick out to me when Pastor Willie shared sort of the premise of what we'll be talking about today. The first of which, actually I'll go through all four. The first of which was action, cultivate, grow, and nurture, right? Those four key terms are what sort of stood out to me. The first topic that he gave me to sort of just brew on had to deal with the general understanding of self-discovery. Finding the gift or talent within that brings out your passion. And I'll start with this idea that resonates in a big way with me. Clarity comes from engagement, not thought. Right? I'll say it again. Clarity comes from engagement, not thought.
Yeah.
And oftentimes in trying or attempting to discover where your gifts or talents lie or what your passion is, I find it necessary to actually engage, to take action, rather than just simply thinking and brewing on that idea, right? What if I try this? I want to do that. I think it's necessary to apply some action. Our gifts and talents, they'll allow us to make a significant impact in the world around us, right? So please don't take your gifts and talents and think they're small. They're there, you're equipped and essentially loaded up with everything you need to make a significant impact in the world that's around you, the world that's around us. So please look to those talents and gifts and treat them as such. In order to identify the gift or talent that will bring out your passion, again, we need to take action. To figure out what your passion is, one must stop thinking about it. You must feel your way to your truth from the inside out. My start in the business of hospitality came truthfully from this innate desire to entertain. That's how I grew up. My family entertained. We loved to host get-togethers, family functions, celebrations, whatever it might be. That is what I was exposed to in my humble beginnings, and that resonated in a big way with me. More than the food and everything associated with restaurants and hotels, I found that it was essential to make a person feel or people feel insanely special. And that is what I wanted to do. Whether it be in the four walls of a restaurant or a hotel, that was and still remains my heart's desire. And so that was my passion. My gift came alive when I took action and firstly went to my first restaurant or hotel and said, you know what, I want to try to do this, I want to give it a shot. I had very little training or understanding of what to do. What I did know is that I could treat people with kindness, respect, and apply the things that I grew up experiencing and make an impact in the world around us. To date, that's led to, 18 different Michelin stars in the city of Chicago, a slew of 5 Diamond and 5-star awards, San Pellegrino Top 50 Best Restaurant in the World awards, and hopefully still going, right?
Yeah,
for sure. That's the goal, that's the desire. So again, as we look to bring out our passion through our gifts and talents, it's essential that we take action. Once you've done that, I believe the next step is that we must cultivate and develop that talent, right? In order to cultivate or develop our gift, we need to cultivate our gift. To cultivate is to nurture and help grow. Obviously, farmers cultivate crops, fundraising professionals cultivate donors, celebrities cultivate their images, and we as entrepreneurs must cultivate our talents, gifts, and skill sets. When you cultivate something, you work to make it better. 2 Timothy 2:15 gives clear instruction and says that we are to study to show ourselves approved to God, right? So that's a necessary step.
Okay.
I think ways that you are able to cultivate your gift is you develop your mind. You do that by reading. You become a lifelong learner, regardless of the level that you're at. There's always new things to learn and ways that you can apply to become a better performer at whatever it is that you do. You sharpen your skills. You network with like-minded people. You look for ways to expand, and you break up your routine. Cultivating your passion is like growing a garden. It isn't a plant it and forget it type thing. It's a process that lasts a lifetime. Again, I believe this is essential that you take, or this is an opportunity that allows us to truly take control over where we're headed, right? If you do that, again, you'll find yourself continuously improving your skills and developing your own style. Again, the second word for me was cultivate. So we have action, we have cultivate. Once you've sort of established yourselves, again, I think it's necessary that we sort of grow to become leaders in our silos or areas of expertise, right? How to become a strong, respected, and effective leader. I think that we are required to evolve, and the way that we evolve is we listen, we learn, and we grow in our individual positions. Showing the capacity to evolve will prove to those around us that we are the right person for the job. And I think that's something that you can do regardless of whatever level or position that you find yourself in. By listening to those around you, it allows us to improve and grow. So we're able to make a stronger, more felt, bigger impact. Engaging with your team, getting to know the people who are around you or working with you or for you, and taking the time to do so will then inspire them to work harder for you. The restaurant that I currently oversee, we have a location in Chicago and a restaurant in Stonington, Maine. If you've ever been to Maine, it's a town of about 1,000 people. It's a unique place, but it's a beautiful location. But one of my goals has been to become vehemently familiar with those who I work with on a daily basis, right? I want to understand who I'm working with, and I want them to understand who I am and what I sort of expect. And that has allowed me to establish a connection in my world, and I hope has inspired those to pursue some pretty amazing things. The restaurant that I'm a part of and have been a part of, we have some insanely high goals, and I count on the person who stands to my left and to my right to pursue those goals with the utmost diligence, and they look to me to do the same. So again, engaging your team is essential. Earn, don't demand respect as a leader.
That's good.
Being respectful to others is the fastest way to earn that respect. You can't gain anything you're not willing to give. So again, earn that respect in whatever it is that you're doing at whatever level that you're at. Be accountable for your mistakes and learn from your failures. In my career, I've had some tremendous failures. I make a ton of mistakes to date, and I will continue to make mistakes, to be completely frank. But it's in those mistakes that I consider to be learning opportunities, which I have learned to really appreciate, right? I don't know everything, will never pretend that I do, but I look forward to those opportunities where I can get better, and oftentimes I come to a mistake that I made. Learn how to take responsibility when things don't go right, or in fact go wrong, rather than blaming the team that you are working with. Hold yourself to higher standards and admit your faults, and again, most of all, learn from those mistakes. Be transparent, which is being open about what is going on in the workplace, the world surrounding you. Trust those working with you, or that helps earn trust from those working with you or essentially for you. Again, my third key word with this is grow. And I think that's when you grow in the position that you're in. The last word that sort of stuck out with me was nurture. And this has to do with the idea of how to remain grounded as we climb sort of the corporate ladder of success. Remain open to feedback. Humility involves having an accurate view of ourselves. Humble people allow others to speak into their lives, giving their opinion, in fact, honest opinions. I have in my world what I consider to be sort of a corporate advisory board, and these are people that I look up to that are firstly very honest with me about who I am and what I'm doing, or sort of the approach that I'm taking. They perhaps have achieved a certain level that I'm looking to achieve, and I can continuously go to them and say, hey, I am thinking this, what do you think of that? And they will give me honest feedback and criticism, and I have to remain open to that. One, because it helps me sort of sharpen and develop my skills as I move forward. Humble people never stop being coachable. Again, I think there's a level that no matter where you go, you can always be coached by someone, so stay open to that. Staying grounded, which in my opinion is staying connected to what you did to get you to that level that you are in the first place, right? Again, it's going to take hard work to achieve a certain level of success. I think it's essential to stay connected to that. Don't ever forget that. There's this phrase that we use that says, the wolf is always scratching. I mean, there's someone always on your tail looking for what it is that you have, right? And so understand that. Practice gratitude. Humble people are thankful for what they have, what they do. They do not take it for granted. They see themselves in relation to what's around them and ask, how can I contribute to the world so it's a better place for everyone? In my particular position, in a position of leadership, that is my viewpoint, right? I step into a restaurant or a workplace looking for opportunities to make that restaurant better. As I was sort of going through and exploring my career and sort of exploring my gifts and talents in the business of hospitality, I believe at some point in time I made a switch where, again, we always remain learning, or we stay in this position of learning, but I began to look for opportunities where I could contribute to the overall success of an organization. And so that transition then inspired new levels of position, essentially authority, and ultimately impacting my paycheck as well. But I believe that is essential, turning that corner and looking for opportunities to make an impact. Living into your potential. Being humble does not mean that we make ourselves small and avoid embracing our true potential and purpose in life. It means to have confidence in the abilities that we've been given and rise to the people that we are meant to be. We do this without putting ourselves above others, right? So leaning into your potential, understanding that each of us are equipped with a tremendous skill set, gifts, and talents to impact or make a significant impact in the world around us. And I think it's essential that we live into that potential. Don't play it small. In fact, play it big. Take risks. Take leaps of faith, whatever it looks like. So that's my last word, which is nurture. And so those sort of key points, 4 key points for me, and given the topics that Pastor Will asked me to sort of highlight, have made a significant impact in my world, and they continue to do so. So whatever you're doing, whatever level that you're at, again, don't take it small. It's an opportunity and treat it as such. Do what you can. Use it. Use those skills that lie in you. Allow that to bring out your passion. I believe that, again, there's this innate desire, and that's plural, right? I think we are loaded with just like a few different passions, and treat those as such, right? Lean into them. Live into your potential. Take advantage of the opportunities that are given. Use your skill sets so that, again, you can make the world a better place.
Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Tyrone Redic, thank you so much. Thank you. I knew that was the right man for the job. Right. Yes.
I just want to say, Ty is a member of our fellowship and Government Ministries Fellowship. And if you have a business or even your ministry and you would like for him to come and share and help you to really execute a better hospitality plan when you're serving or just other items in general, he would be more than welcome to come and share with you. We've had him speak in our pastors' meetings to help our pastors to really look at how they do things when they do it, when people are involved. He'd be a great gentleman to have come, and he'd be more than excited to come and do it.
Just want to add to that concerning Ty. He came into, he's family, as you can tell. Actually, he went to school. We've known Ty most of his life, but you graduated from Downers Grove North, and then my boys left you. Because we transferred, we moved to Oak Brook, and from Downers to Oak Brook, and they went to Hinsdale Central. But we've known him, you guys known each other since you were teenagers. What you see now, of course, is the way Ty is all the time. Very polished, very professional, very sweet, very polite. He's like the most polite guy. But he came we had him to come in and teach our staff how to serve. Because, we do the best we can in church with what we know, but there's nothing wrong with having a professional that would come. And I'm telling you, as sweet as he is, he put the fear in him. I'm like, Ty, where's Kim Franklin? There you are. Kim is our personal assistant, but Kim and some of them were serving. When you set things up nice for your guests and you have international guests coming in, we do from time to time because of our international ministry. So they come in to the United States and they're here for a long time. And you host, so you just want to do things really nice and have everything prepared. So when he got through teaching them, they were so afraid. Please ask Ty to show you all how to properly pour a bottle of water, how to have the label, how to hold it, kind of like you see on these expensive restaurants. And so they were like, things he had taught them, and I know it takes time, but Kim and I were like, man, I forgot that. Oh, I know Ty is watching. Man, I gotta remember that. But it was kind of funny because Ty has this, when he has his game face on, if you ever go to one of his restaurants, he is in his element, believe me. He is so in his element until, the way he walks the floor, manager, the way I'm like, man, you're just, it's amazing. It really is. So